What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AK Show with your boy AK the Ref. How is everybody doing on this Friday afternoon? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday because I am recording from Vancouver, Canada. As you can see in the background, I know it keeps going in and out. Maybe you can see now. I don't know. But we got the mountains in the background. We got the ocean water in the background. We got the convention center. We got the trees back. I really wish you could see them. Let me see if I can get this to work how I want it to work. If you can see, there it is. That's our view from the hotel room right now. So we're going to put this back and hopefully we can keep that view the entire time we are recording this. There it is. As you can see, the mountains in the back. Over there, you can't see the city, but over in that area is North Vancouver. So I think we're in downtown part of just regular Vancouver, but over there is North Vancouver. You got the mountains, you got the ocean, you got the dock with the boats. Over that way, there's like yachts and other boats. I got planes that take you to other places, like the planes that land on the water. It's fucking fabulous here. I fucking love it here. We've been here since Wednesday. And my wife is here for our conference for her job. It's called AMP. It's like I cannot say that word, molecular something for her job because she works in the lab at Jonas Mercy back home in Kansas City. But in that building right there is where they're having the conference where she is right now, and I'm just chilling here at the hotel. We've been here since Wednesday. We left Wednesday morning, got here Wednesday morning because this is on the west part of North America. So, in the western part of Canada, up northwest. So, when we left on our flight, 6 in the morning, Kansas City time, got to Seattle, had to get on a connecting flight, then got to Vancouver, the airport. We got there about 10:30. So, we went from one morning, and we got here, flew for like 5 hours. 5 hours of flying, basically, and it was still morning. It was wild. Wednesday was wild. We got on flight. We left. Got to Seattle. 52-minute layover. By the time we got to the plane, it was time to go. By the time we got off, I used the bathroom, and we grabbed a quick bite and a drink, and then get to our gate. It was time to go. And then I shit you not, that connecting flight from Seattle to Vancouver, I kid you not, from takeoff to landing, 25 minutes. It said it was an hour flight, hour and 9 minutes. And I think it's the time they start backing up the plane is when all that stuff starts, the timing, because you're taxied, you're backing up, you start going to the runway, taxi there a little bit, and then you get on the runway, and then, but by the time we got on the runway for takeoff and start speeding and going up, I was like, we were on that plane, I was expecting like an hour. I was expecting longer in the air. But then the stewardess got on, he's like, as we approach, leave your seatbelts on, as we approach our final approach, thank you for flying with Delta. I'm like, final approach? I'm looking at my watch because I set a timer. I was just curious how long it was going to take. Like from the time we took off to the time we landed, not the time we actually got out of the plane. I just wanted to see how long it took. So I just set a timer. I started from an hour. I was just sitting, I was like, let me see. I was like, when they said that, I was like, 15 minutes. And there was another about 10 minutes. It was like 25 minutes from the time we took off to the time wheels touched down in Vancouver. So I was like, that was amazingly quick. A little bumpy on that ride because there's rain clouds and stuff like that. But I'm not the biggest fan of flying. It just gives me high anxiety. Last time I flew was 2019, and that's when we went to California. That flight was all right. It was straight shot, about 3.5 hours, I think. So like, yeah, I get high anxiety. I start freaking out, especially when the plane shakes. It freaks me out. But I did okay this time. I was excited to fly. I'm like, let me get on this plane and just do the damn thing. And plus, it helps. I mean, they have entertainment in like the headrest on Delta. I think I'm just gonna fly Delta from now because we always flew Southwest. They don't have that type of entertainment. And Delta, they have screens in the headrest, and they give you complimentary headphones that you can plug in and wear. So I was like, As a stewardess, she was like, I was like, I'm a nervous flyer. You have anything advice for me? Because I already took my Dramamine. I learned I get like air sickness, motion sickness up in the air. So I took that 30 minutes before, and then I asked her. I was like, anything? She's like, listen, I don't like flying either. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, how you a stewardess and you don't like flying? But she keeps her mind busy when she's working, so she's not really thinking about it. But she said, you'd be fine just playing. You don't even feel it in the air. I kid you not. That was the smoothest plane ride I've ever been on in my life. I kid you not. It was a newer plane. I don't even think it might be five. It might be a little older than 5 years old, maybe. It's an Airbus 220 100. Because I look up the plane. Every time I go fly, I look up the plane that I'm flying on, so I know about it. I look up videos, what people say about how comfortable it is flying on. I looked up that plane. I looked up our connecting flight plane, which is different. And the plane we were on was like, it wasn't like a full size plane like a Boeing 737 or maybe one of the other Airbuses that are bigger. This was like a smaller 140 passengers. Wasn't big, maybe a little less. And then the connecting flight, I think that's only holds like 76. Because on the one we were on from Kansas City to Seattle, it had on the left side 2 seats, and on the right side the 3 seats. So that's why it was different. Because on last time we flew was on Southwest, was on a Boeing. It was 3 seats on each side. This was two and then three. So it was like a jet type, like a business jet type, but a little bit bigger. And then the other plane connecting flight, it literally on one, like the first class, it had like 1 seat and then 2 seats. And then when they get back to like economy or comfort plus, it'd go two by two. So it was a smaller 70 some passengers. So yeah, it was, with that plane ride was smooth. I had my headphones in. I was listening to music at first, and then they had a big, wide selection of movies and television shows, and even had live TV. I know they had ESPN. I think they had like news, like CNN and Fox News, and had some other stuff. But I listened to music, and then I watched Friday, and my wife was watching the Benghazi movie, so I was like, it was entertained. But on the connecting flight, they didn't have that. They did have Wi-Fi, so I was able to use that and just listen to music on the connecting flight. A little bit bumpier, just because of the clouds and the weather here in Vancouver. It's been like just cloudy, and it hasn't really like rain. It just like rains a little bit here and there, but it's been cloudy. It's been cool, but the weather is really not that bad. You just put on a jacket. We walked everywhere. I kid you not. We got like when we got here. Funny. This is funny. When we got here, we got to the hotel room probably about 11:30 after we got through the airport and checked through customs and took the train from the airport to here. We got here. We went to eat at this place right down here called the Hard Bean Brunch Company. Fabulous breakfast. I was like, it's like 11:30, almost about 11:30. I was like, I'm drinking a mimosa. I don't care. About back home is 1 o'clock. So, and we technically on like a mini vacation. So with no kids, let's go. I'm drinking, and I ain't got to drive because we ain't got a car. Because that building, like I said, we're building right there, right across the street, right here. That's where she is, and everything's walkable here in downtown Vancouver. So we ate there. We walked around to this place called Gastown, like an old area, like way back when, bricks everywhere, brick buildings, brick sidewalk. It was a cool little spot. And then we got some pizza after we ate. I got some donuts. We came back. I kid you not. I laid on this fucking bed. We got back at the hotel about 3:30. I laid on this bed. I shit you not. I didn't wake up until 4 a.m. And the only reason I woke up at 4 because that's what time I would wake up back home. Because the 2 hour time difference, so it would have been 6. So my body's already used. I'm already used to waking up at that time. I shit you not. I was like 3:30 to 4. I slept about 13 hours, over 13 and a half hours. That's how long I slept. I was tired. I was like, yeah, I thought about waking you up. I was just gonna let you sleep. I was like, yeah, I was gone. I was tired. I was tired. I was like, I laid in that bed. I woke up at one point wife was taking a shower, and I woke up. I had no clue where the fuck I was. It was freaking me out. I was sitting there looking at the ceiling, trying to gather my thoughts. Like, where the fuck am I right now? For a good minute, I'm just freaking the fuck out. I'm not even screaming. I'm just like, where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? I'm looking at the walls. I'm looking at the ceiling. Like, I don't know where the fuck I am right now. I just know this is not my room at home. This is not our bed. And then I fell back asleep. And then at one point, she called home, called the kids. They're like, "Hi, Daddy, wake up, say hi." I'm like, "Hi." And then I remember the TV was on watching Family Feud. And then I fell back asleep, and I didn't wake up again until about 4 this time in Vancouver. But this was like, I ain't never slept that. I haven't slept that long. I don't know, a long time. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But we here. We gonna enjoy it. Today is our last day in Vancouver. And that's why I'm here recording the podcast. Yes, I will have it out today. Get this done, get it edited, get it uploaded, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the time in Vancouver. I'm gonna go swimming after this. They have an outdoor pool, and I know it's cold. It might be like misting, but it's a heated pool. Cause we went by the pool yesterday after we got back from eating. Went to art gallery. We ate at this place. This place, I fucking love this place we ate at. I'll get to that in a minute. But we checked the pool. She wanted to see where the gym was. I was like, showed her the gym, and then people were in the whirlpool. And then there's people out swimming last night. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go fucking swimming. It's a heated pool. So fuck it, I'm gonna go swimming. Cause I worked out yesterday at the gym, and then after that, if you go into the bathroom, each bathroom, the men's and the women's, has a steam room. I was like, I went in that bitch. I was like, yeah, I fucking love a good steam room after a workout. 15 minutes in the steam room. How are you feeling? Great after a workout. So, but after this, I'm going swimming. I don't care. I know my wife wanted to go swimming, but I don't. She doesn't get done until 5:30 or after 5:30, and then we have to go eat with some people from the conference at some restaurant. But that is. But last night we went to this restaurant. It was the Cactus Club. That place was fly. I'm not gonna lie. The fucking vibe there was nice. I was like, we were trying to find a place to eat because we just got back from the art gallery and we were just walking all around downtown. And then we walked back this way. We're like, let's go find. I was like, you want to eat this place? She's like, I was like, let's just go here. We're already here. We went in the line for walk-ins. They had music playing, and then we waited about 10 minutes. And the lady asked us where we wanted to sit. I was like, because I heard her talking about, you want to sit in the lounge where the music is to other people. And I told her, I was like, yeah, can we sit in the lounge? Is that where the TVs are? Because the Thursday night football game was on, and they had a DJ just in there playing music, and he was playing good music. So I was like, I want to sit in the lounge. So we sat at the bar top, and I had like 3 beers. The wife had like 2 margaritas, spicy margaritas. The beer I had was like a winter ale from like local beer. So I was like, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna drink something local. I'm not gonna get something I can get back home. But I was like, I'm gonna drink something local. It was nice beer. It was darker beer. It was good. It had me buzzed after a while because I hadn't really eaten anything before then except the breakfast we had at the restaurant in the hotel. Had a good breakfast, a buffet breakfast. But probably my favorite place because we ate breakfast this morning at some place, Platt's Kitchen or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. Good food, good French toast. The French toast was good, and the one in the Heartbeat was good too. But the restaurant we ate at last night, fucking loved it. I got a cheeseburger, juicy, had bacon on it. Oh my god, it was so delicious. It was like a smash burger, so delicious. On a broshi bun, boy. Had some sea salted fries, boy. Had them 3 beers, boy. DJ playing the music. We're watching a Thursday night football game, and it's snowing, boy. This is chilling in a vibe. It was like a vibe, bro. I fucking loved it. I love the Cactus Club. If you ever come to Vancouver, go to the Cactus Club. Go at night when it's popping because they stay open to midnight, and they have a happy hour from 2 to 5, and then they have like a nighttime happy hour from 9 to close. So we didn't get there in time for either happy hour, but we got there after the first happy hour, but we didn't stay until. I just wanted to eat. I was hungry, but I need to find a place like that in Kansas City to go to go at. It was just a vibe. Eating at the bar, listening to music, and watching the game, and have a couple drinks. It was nice. It was beautiful. I fucking loved it. Yeah, we got one more day here. God damn, this line has gotten longer. So yesterday, Wednesday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, I found out that yesterday morning, there was people standing in line down here, right? And we're like, I'm like, no idea what these people were looking at. We thought they were waiting on some boat to come. So we get to the restaurant we're going to eat at the hotel, at our hotel. And we asked the lady, I was like, what's all these people in line for? She's like, oh, it's a sale for Estee Lauder. I was like, it was like a warehouse. So apparently in a building this way, it's part of the convention center. It's like all connected. They're separate. There's a warehouse sale for Estee Lauder, and they have like Clinique, they have Tom Ford, like all this makeup and hair, skincare product, and perfume, these different brands. They have a couple of stuff for men too. So there's like a line forming, but yesterday this line was like zigzagging all the way where I'm pointing. There's like the end of the convention center building. The line wrapped around there yesterday morning. I told my wife, I was like, what you want? She started laughing. I was like, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know nothing about this. But there's a line right now. There was a line this morning. There's a line right now. But we went to go eat breakfast. We're coming back. And I was like, there's no line. So we went in there. And then my wife she got some stuff, good deals. Because everything was like 50% off or more. All the products were 50% off or more. So you go in and then you get to like the warehouse part and it's just a madhouse. Because everything's like on tables and it's just a line. Like you're walking in a line looking at the stuff. And then before you even get into that part, there's another line you have to wait. Because they have to wait till some people leave and then they let in another certain amount. But right now there is a line outside. There wasn't about an hour ago, there was no line outside. Now there is a line. Because I think people, or it might be a late rush. But yesterday, there was a line the entire time. Early in the morning. But people lined up at 7 in the morning. Thing didn't open until 9. There was a line yesterday. There was a line this morning. It wasn't as long. It went through. We went to go eat. We came back. There was no line outside. We went in. Then my wife got some stuff. Got some stuff for the cheap. Not even gonna lie. It's a good deal. But now there's a line. And the sale goes on until 8 o'clock. So it's like open from 9 to 8. But yeah, we here in Canada, baby. I talk about being in Canada all day. But we got a show to get to. I know I've been here 20 minutes already just blabbing about Canada. But I fucking love it here, bro. I could live here. I don't know. I could live here. Especially with a fucking view like this. I could fucking live here. I want to come back and visit again. Take a cruise. Because we over here, I'm not sure. I know the port isn't all that away. So cruise ships, let's fucking go. But we here on the AK show. I was going to talk about a couple things, but I think I'm just going to keep it at one today. Talk about Agatha, because I've been meaning to get to that. And then we'll get into Outer Banks at a later date. But I do have some news. I want to pull this up on my phone we're going to get this clapping ready. I'm so excited about this. But I got so excited talking about Canada. I wasn't gonna let this slide though, but I was gonna mention it after being in Canada, right? But yeah, boy. Let me take these glasses off for a minute so you can see my face, see my eyes. We had that goal, right? We had the goal. You remember what the goal was? 500 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't fucking want to tell you, man. I love everybody out there. What does that say? It's upside down, but it says 575. It says 5. And we're November 22nd. Let's fucking give me some fucking clapping. We are 575 subscribers. We have reached our goal before the end of the year. Let's get some cheering up in there. Let's get it. We've reached the 500 subscriber mark. Let's fucking go. Accomplishment in this life. It itself, right? 500 subscribers? 500 on the YouTube channel. Let's fucking go on the AK Show podcast. I fucking love it. Man. I'm out here just doing it. Let's fucking do it. So the next goal is 1,000. We're just gonna increments of 500, 1,000, 15, 2,000, 25. Let's fucking go. I want to. I'm trying to reach to be a partner here on YouTube. So let's fucking get it. People keep listening, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Hit the subscribe button, like button, comment, share. Everything, all the interactions help. I fucking thank you. I fucking appreciate it. Fucking here for it, man. But put these sunglasses back on. Put these sunglasses back. There, you here's another boat. Hear the sound. I hear. I could look at this view all day. I could sit here and just stare at this all day. Just be on my phone. Eats has the TV on. Be on my phone. Drink. Have a drink and just look at this fucking view. Just stand here and just watch the planes fly. Watch the birds fly. Watch just people watch from up here. It's fucking great. But I'm gonna go swimming after this, so I ain't gonna keep you long. But we're here. So, if you didn't know, I'm a big I'm a big Disney fan. I'm a big Marvel fan. Got my Spider-Man, Miles Morales shirt. I can't wait till that movie actually happens. No, not animation. I want real. I want live action Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Whenever that's gonna happen. Big Marvel fan. Big Disney fan. Love fucking Disney. Love Marvel. Love everything Disney does. I don't care. Everybody, listen. People sit here and shit on stuff that Marvel does, but I don't see you out there making shit. So until you do, shut the fuck up. I've said that before. Yeah, I mean it's your opinion. It is what it is. But I'm not gonna get too hung up on if it's not like the comic books because I didn't grow up on the comics. So anything I'm seeing, I'm just enjoying it. Fucking love it. Marvel had just finished. It was a while ago. Last month, October. It was October. Season one of Agatha All Along ended, and we had a 2 episode finale. And I just want to give my thoughts and what I thought of it on the 2 episode finale. And I'm just going to go over a little bit, just to rehash a little bit of what each episode was about. So we get back on episode 8, because it was 8, 9 of the 2 part finale. We get on episode 8, and we're still on the Witch's Road, right? And by this time, there's only 4 people left. There's Billy, there's Agatha, there's Jen. Wait, there's 3 people left. I can't fucking count. Why did I think? There was 3 people left. Jen, Agatha, and Billy when we got out of... I don't want to answer you, Cyrus XM Radio. Don't fucking call me right now. But we get to that. They're on the Witch's Road. They continue because they just left the other place. And then, yeah, they got out of that. So it's 3 of them. They're walking the Witch's Road. They come full circle back around to the beginning where their shoes are off. And they're like, what the fuck? There's more. There has to be more of it to this. So Billy jumps in the shoes. He's like, I'm just going to put the shoes back on. Takes him to a place where he wakes up and like, it's like one of those morgue type things. And like the morgue where they pull out the body or something like that. And they're in a body bag and they get out. So the other 2 show up, Jen and Agatha. And now they're in this room where there's like lights on the ceiling. And because each place they went to was a trial and they had a certain length of time to get that done, otherwise you might die, right? So they have lights going around. And first they figure out Jen. She just wants her powers. Her whole purpose of going on the Witch's Road was to regain her powers. Come to find out, she was on a... what do they call it? She was on uh her power. She was on a... Agatha had put her in a witch's bind where she couldn't use her powers, so she had to use a spell to unbind... I cannot find it. Where is it at? Boy. Yeah, she had to use she basically had to use a spell to unbound herself from Agatha's hold because she didn't know and Agatha didn't know because Agatha's been alive for a lot of fucking years. Maybe she doesn't remember a lot of stuff that she just goes and she's just going about her day. But that happens. She gets her powers back. She disappears from the room. Then the lights are still going, so they have to figure out each other. And then Billy trying to figure out his, and Agatha helps him figure out, okay, what is it that you want? He's like, I want to find my brother. I want to find Tommy. So they hold hands, they get into the head, and then she's like walking him through it step by step. Find your brother. So if their eyes closed, or find a body for Tommy. They're finding Tommy's soul, and then at one point he sees a kid drowning that's being bullied, and then uses that body to put for Tommy's soul. So then he wakes up, he's like, and then he's gone, and then now Agatha's left in the room, reaching down the end of the lights, right? And then she figures out, oh, I have the lock of hair from her son Nicholas. She puts it in because those lights are for like helping stuff grow inside. So she puts it in the soil, it starts to grow, opens the door back out to her house in the backyard. She comes up there. Rio eventually comes and be like, I'm taking you. We had a deal. Because before they got going on the rest of this episode, Rio came, aka Death, came to Agatha and be like, if you just give me Billy, I'll leave you alone. Because she was like, Billy is like a paradox or some shit in all this. And Agatha's like, yeah, I agree. So we get to this point, and Rio and Agatha start fighting. Agatha don't have her powers. 20 seconds later, Billy comes in as Wiccan. His true superhero self comes in, like, blasts Rio away, comes down, looking badass, looking like a superhero, like a young Avenger. Yeah, that's Wanda's son right there, Billy. He comes in, he blasts her away. He tells Agatha, don't take all my powers. Starts shooting powers into her. She's like gaining, she's like, and he's like slowly dying. And he's like, okay, anytime now. And then eventually she looks over, she's like, so apparently she could stop it if she wanted to. But it made it seem like in the one episode where they're in the camp in the house where the other witch died, where she protected Agatha and Agatha stole her powers, and then she felt bad about it. But maybe then she realized that, well, I can control this. Of taking people, I can take some powers and stop it so they don't drain the life out of them. Maybe she could, maybe she could. I don't know. I really don't know if she knew she could stop it or didn't want to stop it. But she gets powers. She starts fighting Rio. Billy gets fucking over there into the fucking barn, the shed area. He comes back out. He's like, take me. Leave her alone. And she's like, at one point, she's like, take me. And then he's like, no, take me instead. And then she's like, okay. She walks away. And then Billy's like telepathically talking to her. He's like, what are you doing? Nicholas went something about her son, like Nicholas and Wanda's. And then all of a sudden she turns around and kisses Rio. And then basically sacrifices herself for Billy. Because I think her losing her son had a lot to do with that. So she sacrifices herself. She falls down, turns into bones, and it's like this grave of flowers just appears. And then Rio lets Billy go because Death already collected. And then Billy goes back to his house. And then he gets inside his house and he's seeing all this stuff. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, shit, mind blowing right there. When he gets back to the house and realizes what's happened, all the stuff that was in his room, from the posters to the paintings to the figurine to the action little figurines of like Wizard of Oz, it was like he created the Witch's Road, and you're like, wait, this is his creation. I'm like, oh, that's mind blowing. And then he turns around like, and then we get into the next episode, episode 9, which shows us Agatha walking pregnant, and then she gives birth to her son. And then Death, Rio, comes and says, I'm here to take him, basically. And she's like, I need more time. And Rio's like, all I can give you is time. I can give you some more time, but that's it. And then they go about their day. And then we see Agatha and her son Nicholas going about their day. And then at one point, she's using her son to help lure witches so she can steal their powers. And that leaves bodies for Death, which That was one of the theories, is that she'll kill witches. Death would take those bodies instead of taking Nicholas's body, right? Instead of taking Nicholas, Rio takes these other bodies that, because Death's got to collect, right? Rio's got to collect. So if Agatha leaves bodies, there you go. There's bodies for you, Death. Go take it, Rio. Leave my son alone. But then we get to Nicholas being older, and they go do their same old routine. But this time Nicholas runs away, and she's like, "Where are you going?" And she finds him, back in the forest by the fire where they camping out. And then they fall asleep. Death comes in the middle of the night. Come with me. Eventually, Agatha wakes up and notices her son's not breathing no more. And then other people are talking about how, since she didn't provide a body, that was the time to come collect. Now, I don't know if that's the case, that the whole time she was killing witches while her son was alive, that was preventing Death from taking her son. And the day that they didn't kill any witches, Death came to collect. So that makes sense, though. That makes sense. But at the same time, I was like looking at her son, and he was like looking sick. So I don't know if he was, because apparently he was meant to not even be born. He wasn't supposed to be born, but she gave him time. But he looked sick, so I don't know if he was. See, there's so many different ways you could look at it. I'm just gonna go with the thing. Assume that I'm just gonna do this, kill these witches, and then Death can take those bodies and not take my son. That's where I got that. But at the last part where they're sleeping by the fire, he looks sick. So maybe he was already, maybe, I don't know. I can't tell you. But that made sense. But then the whole time, when he's born and walking, they create the the song, which is different lyrics, but it's similar to the Witch's Road. And I'm like, when I start hearing them sing, I'm like, down the road, down the lonely road. They're singing it, and then I'm like, the Witch's Road. And then after Nicholas dies, Agatha's going along about her business. Then she's singing that tune, and then another lady comes up and be like, "You have the tune of the Witch's Road. Do you know where it is?" And then she's like, "Of course I do, but we need to make a coven." And then that's when she created the Witch's Road. The Witch's Road, right? She created it. It never existed. And so she just shows her singing the song and then telling the other witches, like, "You need to do better. You basically bitches ain't shit." And then they all, and she steals all their power. And then it shows over the years, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Where it's like, this is some diabolical shit. And I think why she did it, first of all, she's upset her son died. And then she's just gonna fucking do it. It's like that's how she survives. I mean, yeah. To me, Agatha is like likable and hateable at the same time. You can like her, you can hate her. I I think she's had a hard life, right? Her own mother tried to kill her because her own mother said she's the devil and she's using dark magic. And the whole thing before was that she gave up her son for the dark hold, which wasn't true. She didn't. She gave birth to her son. Death came to take son. She was like, "Please give me more time." Okay, I give you more time. And then eventually, when he was like, what, 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, something like that, Death comes and collects. And then I just think at that point, she's like fed up. Like, I'm just going to do what the fuck I want to do. And I don't care who I hurt or who I kill. But yeah, when your whole mother and sisters try to kill you, yeah, you could have be pretty fucked up, right? And that's when she learned that, well, I can take powers from people because they tried to kill her that way, and she just took the powers and everybody died. And then she made up the Witch's Road and the song and the whole thing, and that that shook me. I was like, damn, she made all this shit up. Fuck. I really thought this shit was real. And then it goes back to where when the door actually appears, when they're all down in the basement, and she looks up and she's like her eyes are looking at the camera. She's like, what? And then she realized, I think then she realized Billy's creating this. He's creating this. Just like Wanda created Westview. I mean, her whole thing in Westview, Billy created the Witch's Road because he's just like his mom, right? So we get all that, and then eventually, after all that happens, we get back to the scene back in Billy's room where he turns around and it's Agatha the ghost. And she's like, "What the fuck do you want?" And then he goes to her house, and then he wants to get rid of the Witch's Road, the door, and then he wants to get rid of Agatha, and Agatha's like, "No, I can't face him yet." And he's like, "What? I can't face my son." She doesn't want to face her son at all because she feels like she failed him. Agatha has a broken heart, and her, if you really think about her and Wanda are the same. They'll go to the depths of the fucking earth to try to save their son, to save their kids, right? In that sense, they're the same. They're both witches. They're both powerful, but in that sense, they will go to many lengths to save their fucking children. Look at what Wanda did. She got the dark hold. She went on a rampage. She didn't give a fuck. I think Agatha would do the same thing. But now we have Agatha the ghost, and Billy realizes, like, oh, you just don't want to face your son in the afterlife. And then we get to the finale of them kind of becoming a team, and they're like, to Agatha, Billy's like a son to her. Billy is like a son to her. So, but then they go off and they're like, go off to find Tommy, to find out where that body went, to find out where his soul went in that body they found for him. So, I hope we get a season 2 because I want to see it. Yeah, I fucking loved Agatha. So that's how it ended. Them two leaving, goes to Agatha, and basically Wakan. We're not gonna call him Billy no more. We're gonna call him by a superhero name. We call him Billy, aka Wakan. But we get them going out the door, and it ends right there. And then at one point, it showed Jen coming out of the ground at a Westview and just flying off. And she has her powers back. She has her powers back. It's one of those things. And then at one point, when they're in the basement with the ghost Agatha and Billy, they're talking. And then at one point, Billy's like saying, "You kill witches." And then Agatha's like, "Well, you killed witches too. This was your creation." Technically, he did. There's 2 other witches died, or 3. Was it 2? 3? And the old lady. The old lady that wasn't even witch died. Multiple people died in the Witch's Road that Billy created, but at the end of it, you did help one. You helped another one, the older lady. I forgot her name. See, I had to go back and look at what happened the last 2 episodes. But you had the older lady. She sacrificed herself, but she finally felt free in her in death. She finally felt free, like, I'm free, right? And then you had was it Lucy? I don't want to say Lucy. The other girl, her job was to protect. She finally got free from the monster, and then the next episode she dies, but she was protecting Agatha, which she's supposed to protect. And then the older lady, the older witch, she died, sacrificed herself, but she felt free afterward for doing that. But then he helped Jen get her powers. He found a body for his brother, and he helped Agatha in a way. Fight her demons, sacrifice herself for Billy, come back as a ghost. Now the ghost Agatha is going to help Billy find Tommy. So if you really look at it, yeah, he created the Witch's Road. Some witches died, but he helped out Jen. He helped out himself. In a way, he helped out Agatha. Like, yeah, she's a ghost. She's no longer living. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see where just Agatha's future is in the MCU. If it gets to the movie screen, I would love to see it. I would love to see a Wanda movie, her own standalone movie. I know Billy would probably be a young Avenger. I'm excited to see that. So I'm excited to see where they go with season 2 and looking for Tommy and how that all plays out. And My daughter was upset that Wanda didn't appear in the finale, but I'm glad because it wasn't about her. It never was. Like, yeah, you're watching the show and you're wondering, like, oh, Billy's here to find his mom. Because in the beginning, they showed her, you see the red hair, and they showed her and were like, a mountain fell on her, right? Technically, she's dead. As far as we know, she's dead. But then we find out in later episodes that he's trying to find his brother. Because, yeah, okay, he has a body for him, but he wants to know where the fuck is his brother. So it makes no sense for Wanda showing up at the end when we find out the true reason of him going down the witch's road. He wants to find his brother. So my daughter was upset Wanda didn't show up. I was like, that's not what that was about. It wasn't about that. It was about him trying to find his brother. It was never about Wanda. It was never about the Scarlet Witch. That get to that to a later date, right? But we here. I was here for the whole show. I loved it. I added the fucking Witches Road song to my playlist. I played it in PE class during month of October for Halloween. Added to my Halloween playlist. But I fucking loved it. The fucking plot twist of her just creating the whole thing from the get go was shocking. And then Billy was the one who actually conjured this Witch's Road to life. He didn't realize it. Nobody realized. I think Agatha realized it at first before they even went through that door in the basement. But this whole time, you find out everything is not what it seems. And to me, that is good writing. That is good shit right there. When you watching a show and you're thinking one thing and then it comes to the end and just, whoop, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that Billy created the Witch's Road or this what they went in. And then, because the whole time you think the Witch's Road is real, but Billy created this portion of it apparently. But then we come to find out that Agatha made the whole fucking Witch's Road up and it never existed in the first place until Billy created it. So now it could be a real place that witches could go to reclaim whatever it is they're looking for. Just, it really can. Now, it's a real place. Now it's a real place because Billy fucking created it. It's real now. Before he created it, it wasn't real. Agatha made the whole shit up. There's a way to her to get witches' powers, which is mind boggling if you think about it. The whole time we're thinking, like, this shit's real. And then the whole time she's like, it's not, until Billy made it real. So I fucking loved Agatha. I loved everything about it. I thought it was great. I was excited. I want to see where her character goes. I want to see where Billy's character goes. I want to see Agatha, Billy, Tommy, and Wanda all in like a movie. Like if Wanda has her own standalone movie, they need to be in there somehow. I don't know how you put it in there, but you just do. Just figure it out. But that's all I got for today. I know we're here normally longer than usual. I'm trying to keep it like 30 minutes long, but we're 45 minutes. But I was talking about Canada, so I don't give a fuck. We're here. We're at 500 subscribers. It's a fucking day to celebrate. Let's fucking go. Give me the fucking shit, man. Give me. We're here at 500. We're over 500. We're gonna keep pushing. Turn this off. 500, baby. Fucking here. I fucking love it. Much love to everybody. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment button, share. Yeah, I know the Chiefs lost last week, so the fuck what? It's one game. I did be mad. I wasn't even mad. To be honest, I wasn't even mad they lost. I really wasn't. I was like, I win that game. I was like, we had opportunities. It was a tough game. Third quarter, nobody did anything. Fourth quarter, the Bills got going, and that's what happened. But then I see stuff, and I'll be like, listen, I think, like I said during the regular season, I don't think the Chiefs show everything. I don't think they go through their full playbook on either side of the ball. So I think if we see this matchup again, it's going to be a different game. Trust. I know that because I've seen this script play out before. I've seen this same movie. Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. What happens in the playoffs? Yes. If we play like that in the playoffs, we'll lose. I know that. They know that. Everybody knows that. But they didn't play well. Bills played better. We had opportunities. We just didn't capitalize on them, right? Josh Allen had the amazing run. I give him that. But like I said, I've seen this play out before. Bills have won every regular season game. The only one they haven't won was the one in 2020 when the Chiefs played them up in Buffalo for the regular season. All the other times, three games I've been here at Arrowhead, and they lost all three. The Chiefs. And then they go to Buffalo this year, they lose. But what happens in the playoffs? What happens? They played them 3 times in the playoffs. They played four times in the playoffs. 2 of them were, one was a 13-second game. One was the AFC Championship game here at Kansas City. And then I think they played them 3. 3? I think they played them 3. And then the last one, they played them in the playoffs in Buffalo. And she's won all 3 of those. So it's like, listen, you can have the regular season win. You can have your mid-season championship. It does not fucking matter. Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the playoffs. Because, listen, the goal is bigger than fucking going undefeated. The Chiefs' goal is bigger. We don't care about regular season wins. We just want enough wins to get us into the playoffs, get the 1 seed, and be fucking healthy. And then we're going to go on our run. Because the end goal for the Chiefs is much bigger than this Buffalo game that happened last week. Right? It's much bigger than that. Our goal is a 3-peat. So if we lose three or 4 games, we don't care. We don't care about the undefeated. That's not what they're striving for. Yeah, they just go out there and keep winning. Cool. But at the same time, they have goals bigger than that. It's the 3-peat. It's not, let's get this win against Buffalo. We haven't beat Buffalo in the regular season since 2020. Look what's happened. We've had 3 Super Bowls. 3. And we beat Buffalo in the playoffs last year. We beat them all the times we played them in the postseason. So you think I care? To be honest, I wasn't mad. Like, I wasn't upset. I was like, even Kelsey, like, after that last play, Mahomes threw the interception, because we're trying to get down the field. And even Kelsey's leaving the field. He's like, he gave it up. We'll see you on the playoffs. He knows. We know. Come on. This story's played out the same way every fucking year. And it hasn't changed. Until Buffalo flips the script, I don't care about that win last week. About them winning last week. And like I said, they played good. We didn't play that well. We still had opportunities. It would have been nice to get that victory, but at the same time, like, it's bigger than that. We'll come back Sunday, get this victory against the Panthers. And then after that, I think we got 3 home games left. I know we got the Raiders, got the Chargers, we got the Texans at home. And then on the road, we have Broncos, the Browns, Steelers on Christmas. So we still got to win. Now we're still in the driver's seat. So if we win out, we're good. If we lose a game, that puts Buffalo in the driver's seat. But at the same time, to be honest, I don't even care about the 1 seed. It's as long as we're healthy going into the playoffs, that's all I care about. Because last year we were healthy and we didn't have the 1 seed. Yeah, we had to play 3 games, 2 on the road, 1 at home, but I didn't care. Because as long as we're healthy going into the playoffs, that's all I care about. If we have the number 1 seed and we're not healthy, I don't care. Unless that's getting us healthy with that bye week. But if it's not, then I don't care about this 1 seed. I want to be healthy going into the playoffs. And let's get it. Because when playoffs start, that's a different animal, that's a different beast. So let's fucking go. We out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out your hair. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We hit that goal, baby. 500 subscribers. Let's fucking go. Until next time, I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace. We here. Get this off. Look at that fucking view. There it is. There's that view in the mountains. It's fucking beautiful. I fucking love it. I'm gonna get out your hair now. I'm gonna go hit the pool.